Hello everybody, I'm Nate. Welcome to the channel. Happy March. And because it's March, in the yo-yo world right now, we have modern responsive March. All right, so last month was fixed axle February. This month is going to be focused on modern responsive. And taking that over, just like they did with fixed axle February, which they did a fantastic job, is the Yo-Yo Boomers Club. And that's actually the yo-yo we're going to talk about today. So this is here the Workhorse. A yo-yo. It's in the prototype stage right now. It's being passed around, so I'll be passing it on to somebody else in the Yo-Yo Boomers Club to take a review and kind of take a look at and give some feedback. So here's my take on that. This is produced here by Gsquared YoYos, my sponsor. I'm throwing ZipLine string in it right now. This is my prestige string, and so yeah, that's the setup. I've had this for a little over a week now, and I've been really liking it. It is a responsive yo-yo. It has the same guts that the Respawn has. All right, so it has a D bearing, which it came with a pretty lubed up D bearing, so it's fully responsive, and it also has the same pads that the Respawn has as well. Has this smooth groove here, which I really like that, of course, for being a high wall yo-yo that's going to pull away from there a little bit and give you a little bit more control as well. It is very much like the setup, like gut-wise, that the Respawn is. So if you've thrown a Respawn, I love the Respawn. It's a lot more flared out, obviously. This yo-yo here is a heck of a lot more narrow and high-walled than the Respawn was. And so it's going to be more of a pocket-friendly. It's going to be a little bit more of a challenging yo-yo maybe because of that slimline, but it's going to be giving that kind of old school, mid school kind of vibe to it for sure. Now it does have a little bit of a channel in here, so if you want, and in fact it did come with some of these, if you want to put some O-ring washers in there, you can. So I have a bunch of different weights here, so if you want to add a little bit more weight to it, you can. I've messed around with this a little bit. It works really well, so again, that's kind of self-explanatory. So if you want to add a little more weight, just go for it. I think overall, I would like it to be, since it is in the prototype stage, and the thing that I kind of would nitpick a little bit here is that I think it needs to be just a little bit lighter, maybe even a full gram. That's pretty typical, right? As far as prototyping, kind of adjusting the weight there somehow. I really like the design of it. I think it's smooth. I think it's a slick looking yo-yo. I think it's a great shape for a modern responsive yo-yo. It's wide enough that you're going to be able to do some of those back of the hand stalls, things like that. But I really like that high wall design for a modern responsive yo-yo, and that smooth groove is going to really help aid in not really slowing things down too much, but this is not going to be a super long spinning yo-yo in general. It's going to be great for stalls. It's going to be a really good candidate for 5A responsive play as well. So again, this is the Workhorse. It's going to be passed on to somebody else. I'm not actually sure who I'm sending it to yet, so hopefully you'll be able to see these in production pretty soon. I'll have a link in the description to everything Yo-Yo Boomers Club, and kind of maybe see a little bit more of this project as they're continuing to work on it. Be on the lookout for the modern responsive March as well. That's going to do it for my take on the Workhorse here from the Yo-Yo Boomers Club, Gsquared YoYos. All right, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like, subscribe, and all the stuff you're supposed to do on the old YouTubes. And I'll see you in the next one. Later.